It's not the word. Okay. The logo. Okay. Oh, that's a good one. Hey, you guys. Hey, hey. Wow. Wow. That is so crazy. I just looked up and I saw myself and like the joy in my face. A lot of people have been telling me recently that my energy is just like so vibrant. And I was like, I'm a happy bag of so the videos about. Um, I want to say I hope everyone is safe at home because if any of you guys know, when I posted a video of me doing like a workout in Walmart, they came for me because I was at Walmart working out instead of being at home during this time. When in reality, I made the video like a month prior. But anyhow, I'm home, obviously, if you can't tell. I'm at the crib. And I just want to say I am super thankful for you guys. As always, I'm thankful for my loved ones and their safety, as well as all of your safety, anyone watching this. And I can't believe this shit happening, honestly. I mean, at this point, I can believe anything would happen in this world. But again, I'm glad everyone who's watching is safe. Um, right now, I am working on quite a few things. Like, this is the most productive I've been in days, and I'm just getting everything done like never before. So, um, one thing that I wanted to say also, I guess I'm just getting all my thanks out the way, is thank you to anyone who has purchased anything from Threads with Red. For any of you guys who don't know what that is a, I want to say quick, like a quick Instagram shop that I created to basically sell items out of my closet. I am, I guess, if you want to say influencer, for some reason, I still don't really like that title at moments, but um, anyway, saying it because I often wear outfits once, twice at that. I'll take a picture in them and then just cycle them. And that's not to be, that's not to be bougie. That's not to say, I got it like that because a lot of us do not have it like that. But one, you guys know I thrift all the time. I live in a thrift store. I believe that unless it's something you really, really love or you have a lot of meaning to it when it comes to fashion, that you should always be changing it up, cycling it out. Each new mood is a new mood. Each new fit is a new mood. I don't know what just happened. But with every new outfit that I have, I feel like, I still have the same personality, but do we hear that? It just brings something different out of me. So, um, yeah, I started putting a lot of items up on my closet for sale on an Instagram page, and I had done it before. If any of you guys have been a day one since day one, you may have even known that back in the day, like day1million.com, which I no longer have. I shut it down because I'm working on something so much bigger than I ever was. But that's in the works. We ain't gonna talk about all that right now. Um, where is it? Is it right here? Yes. So Threads with Red is kind of like a spinoff of Vibe with Red, which is my normal Instagram account. I decided that I was going to start putting things up on my closet from my closet for sale again. And everything, it's like every time I put something up, somebody buys it. And I'm like, wait a minute. Summer, you're onto something here. Like even the stuff that I wouldn't think would sell does. And a lot of the people that purchase from me are completely, or I won't say strangers, but are people that I don't know personally, but believe in what I'm doing, believe in my business. And when I say Threads with Red, I don't want to call it like a full on business, but I do business from there. And it's kind of like I look at it as practice for my bigger business that I'm building. And the way that I run all my orders now, I'm going to carry out and execute all of my business in the exact same way once I'm on a much bigger scale. And I know that's coming. So this practice is like perfect for me right now. Um, a lot of the people who do order from me come back and order again, whether that be because, you know, they like the style of whatever I'm wearing, what I'm selling, they like my prices, or they they appreciate my my customer service, and I always like include something little along with the orders, and it just feels very personable. I think when running, especially a product based business, but just in general, it's great to have that personable feel, because think about if you order the same outfit, right? Same outfit, same price from, I miss you guys too. Same outfit, same price from Fashion Nova, and then you found it somewhere else for whatever reason, you order it from there too. And the other place where you order it from has like the most lovable packaging. It smells good. They put like a little card with a heart on it or something. And then complete vice versa, you get plain white packaging with, you know, the sticker white return label on the inside, and that's all. Basically, you're just like treated like a number. And I understand once you get big enough, it's kind of hard to be that personable with everyone and every order. But until the point that I can't, and I won't even say can't, because once I grow bigger, and I know this is going to happen, um, and my products are just like moving, I have so much inventory in and out every day, and orders are like stacking up, I'm gonna need to have that help. So whether it be myself or potential employees that I'll have, I definitely want to continue out that personable feel in anything that I do, especially with what I'm going to be doing. This is it's cool because I'm gonna post this live. I don't normally post my lives, but I am gonna post this one. Um, But like I was saying, I want to carry out that very personable feel with every order that I receive. And that's something that's big, huge to me. Honestly, integrity in my business is something that will be able to be felt by all of my customers. Um, what else? What else? So recently I have been working on my new business. And hey, hey. Um, Recently I've been working on my new business, and in doing so, I've had to create a new logo. I've had to, you know, get the legal things out of the way, the boring stuff that is extremely essential. Essential. Thank God, because I can still do it at this time. Um, and yeah, just getting all the boring stuff squared away. So now I'm moving on to the fun part of being able to, you know, bring in my personality to my business. This is something that I'm doing for the second time, because the first time that I opened a business under Day 1 Million, I didn't. Okay, okay, I love me too. She. Um, so where I just lost my whole little train of thought. Y'all know I'm not good at this. I still have my moments, but okay. So I damn, not again. No, we can't have these moments. Okay. Okay, talking about logos and things. So the first time that I started my business under Day 1 Million, I was not serious about it. I took it to my head that I was a business owner. I don't have dimples. But and I kind of thought that because, you know, I had an LLC, almost like business was going to run itself, you know. And obviously, because my internet is not having it. I forgot why I hated getting on live on YouTube. But we're going to try this again. Let me get the ring light at. We're going to do it this way. Oh, really quickly, let me show you guys. Happy spring to all of you. Wait, there we go. Oh, look at my babies. They're starting to open up a little bit. They're really stuck together. So these ones are not open yet like these beauties are. So pretty, right? This one is not real. This is my only fake plant. Um, down here, I have all of my tings. If you know what this stuff is, then you know what this stuff is. I'm not going to speak on all this right now. I have all of my, not all of them, but I'm telling you, not all of them, but I have a lot of my crystals that live in my window. They just charge up there. And then, yeah, pay no mind to that. But let's talk. Let's continue talking. Um, I gotta find one more little piece so I can sit you guys down on the tripod and I can get my focus back because I'm telling you guys, I'm on it today. I said, you know what? I'm gonna get on live today. I said, what? Yes, Summer, you getting on live today? Okay. All right. There we go. This is some better lighting anyway. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Whew. Need to do this hair. All right. So, like I was saying, basically, I ran the business like I didn't want to make any money from it. And it showed, and I learned so many lessons before this go around. So now that I'm trying for the second time, it was like I needed to go through that. I needed to learn all of that so that I could be successful, so I could be consistent. And that's honestly, at this point, that's the biggest reason why you guys have not seen much of me on YouTube, because there was a point where I was like getting ready to fully like get back into making videos every day, or if not every day, at least every week. I was feeling super inspired to do so. I was feeling more like I had more mental capacity, like I'm kind of coming off now more so than I have in the past. I'm sure you guys know. But something told me, Summer, it's time to focus on your business, because YouTube is always going to be there. And not to carry anyone like, I can just pop in and out when I want to, but I felt a strong pull towards working on my business, like basically. So that's what I have been doing. Like, I've never put so much heart, soul, passion, and work into something in my life. So I know it's going to be fruitful. I know that it's going to be everything that I'm like dreaming it up to be in my mind. And I also know that Rona ain't going to stop your girl. Okay. She might slow me down a little bit. Okay. Some of my vendors are not open, but they will reopen. If they do not, I will find others. However, it's not going to deter me from my goals. Um, a lot of people are looking at this pandemic as this is a time where I need to freak the fuck out because I don't know what I'm going to do. No, no. This is the time that if you happen to be one of the people who may have got laid off from a 9 to 5, or you are having hardships with money, it's time to figure out different ways to make money. And this is shaking the world up in so many ways, not only because of a virus, but because we're carrying ourselves like a virus almost, in the way that, we're letting our negative thoughts kind of spread into our homes, into our way of thinking, into our families, instead of taking it on a constructive note and going inside and figuring out, what are my actual talents, not what are the things that I know how to do because I've been trained to do them, or because the workplace says this is what you need to work on and get better in doing, but what were you actually put here to do? What is going to ultimately fulfill you? So many people who are my age, I'm 26, and even younger, are taking the world by storm. They're not letting what the world tells them keep them in a closed off place mentally. Oh, I thought that was a caterpillar. When I tell you guys I changed, if I see a bug in my house now, unless it would be a roach, which that's a whole different game. I think I would move out if that happened. But if I see a little bug, like a little ladybug or something, I'm like, oh. and I let it crawl onto my hand to take it outside, or I look at its colors or something. And I used to be the person that would like get the spray, get the shoe, the chancla, and whoop, not anymore. Anyway, back to my little rant. Um, I just want to get that across to a lot of people, because getting it as a channeled message or just feeling it very strongly, we could become extremely empowered right now. I have an extreme feeling that once Rona is gone, if that happens, people are saying months, people are saying like up to like 2 years. Who knows? None of us know at this point, except the government. They know. But we ain't gonna talk about that. We ain't gonna do conspiracies here, and I ain't gonna get my channel shut down off they bullshit. But um, like I'm saying, this is the perfect time to find out your talents, the things that, like I said, that you were put here to do, or that will serve a bigger population, or will actually put meaning into someone else's life. I've learned that, and it took a while. Once I kind of built myself up on social media, I got to a point where I felt like I couldn't go any higher than that, in the way that I felt like, I lost weight, I'm touching all these people's lives. But then I thought about it, and I'm like, posts can only go so far. They can help a lot of people, but I need to do more. I need to serve on a bigger level, bigger than myself. So that's kind of like what I'm working on doing now. Obviously, I want to live a fulfilled life. I want to achieve my own goals personally, but it means so much more to me to know that I'm serving the masses. So that was long-winded, but I I'm just coming into so much wisdom, and I feel the need now more than ever to start sharing it with you guys. So whether it be a live broadcast like this that I do, or helpful videos when I do post more, because I feel like I'll start posting more on my channel, as well as another channel, but I don't know about that yet. Okay, I got some surprises in the bag. Um, it's time. It's time, and I want all of you guys to take those moments that you have now that you may never have normally, um, and kind of look within, sit by yourself, be quiet, quiet your mind. Even if you live with 10 other people, go outside. Outside is not shut down like they say it is, okay? Unless you're in New York, because people too close in New York. But when I say that I've literally been in my house, in the grocery store, if I have to go, and in nature, that's all. And I feel so balanced. I could have never imagined feeling this calm and this happy and this creative in a pandemic, honestly. But enough about me. Um, y'all know I'm gonna talk a little bit more about me. But this video was not just for me to update you guys on me. It's to, one, motivate you, like I said. And even if you're not a small business owner, even if you don't want to be a business owner, I still think you need to work on, this is everybody, this is myself, this is the world in a whole. It's time to get, I won't say get on the internet more only, but to find means of communication. If you are a personal trainer normally, you built like maybe not a brick and mortar, but you built your clientele up locally. So most of the clients that you have are local, and obviously people can't come out of their house to work out with them. Or a lot of people are not going to want to take that risk and do so. And I don't feel like a trainer should either. However, um, maybe it's that time where you start taking your training virtual. Start sending out your videos of your workouts to all of your clients. Let them pick a package of what they want. Keep up with them via Skype or Zoom. It's like Telecommunication is everything at this point. And at first, I didn't think that I would like that, because I'm like, oh my God, I'm in a place in my spiritual journey where I feel like I need to disconnect. But it doesn't feel so bad. It's like I still have that, I don't know. I can separate myself better than I used to be able to. Um, oh, you guys is writing me. Hey. Ooh. I used to think that being a witch or being called a witch was like an insult. I take that shit as a compliment. I work with the respiratory therapist at the hospital, and I always hated my job, but it pays very well. I want to leave my job and never go back to the career. What do I do? Um, Coming from someone who has never been in your shoes, obviously, I don't want to give you full on, this is what you need to do. But in your scenario, this is what I feel like I would do at this point in my life. If something is not serving me, there's a strong pull for me not to allow it to continue in my life. Thank you. Thanks, boo. Wait, who said that? Who said that? Arcian. I hope I didn't mess up your name, boo. But thank you. Um, I feel that strong pull to cut like quickly with the scissors anything out of my life that is not serving my highest purpose. If it is not helping me be a better me for everybody and myself, then no, it's not meant to be in my life. Um, okay, with the 3K, I see you. I see you. I'm proud of you. Um, and another thing, which this, I want you guys to take this in what I'm about to say, okay? When you start living your life through your purpose that you were put here on this planet to do, you will get everything that you want that will not hurt somebody, that will not hurt yourself, and that will continue to allow you to be the best person that you are. Okay? Um, you will flourish. You will manifest all of the material desires that you want. You will attract the type of people that you want in your life that are healthy for you. You will attract money. You will attract the life experiences that you dream of in your mind. But you have to live in your purpose. And people are like, how do I do that? You know? I'm still trying to work on like a textbook course on how to do it. I don't know. But I'm getting to that purpose. I'm getting to that point in my life where I feel like the steps to get to walking in your purpose are listening to your intuition. People are like, how do I do that? What is an intuition? Listening to that voice in your head that often you have to fight because you think you want something that your head is telling you not to get. I could have worded that a little better, but not listening to that little voice in your head that says, don't do that, because in the long run that's gonna bring you problems. Don't do that. But you're like, but I want it right now, so F the voice, Stop doing that. Quiet yourself. Like I tell you, if you're not a person who meditates, give yourself, I put these little alarms on my phone and they say stop. And it's not like an abrupt, like, but it's like a ding, 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 ding. And I'm like, okay. I press the button and I make myself stop every single thing I'm doing just to breathe. Those little ads on Instagram or social media period at this point that say calm, and it's like the rain, and it's like do nothing for 15 seconds or something like that, to that effect. If you quiet your mind in the most busiest times of your day and allow yourself to like take a deep breath, hold it until you can't anymore, and blow out all your stress, it changes your life. I'm telling you. And if I'm not a product of that, I don't know who is. Even me just talking to you guys right now, from anyone who used to watch me on YouTube, I know that you can tell that I've grown and I'm continuing to grow. But I'm doing so by listening to that little voice in my head that's like, you can trust me, you can trust yourself. When you're walking this planet on autopilot, yeah, when you're walking this planet on autopilot and you don't know which direction should I go, um, is this the right thing to do? Can I trust this person? Can I trust myself? You're always going to live a conflicted life. But if you take the time to go inward and do the work, I'm telling you, dog, I am telling you, your life will be amazing. What's up, San Jose? What's up? um, I needed that affirmation. Okay, Angel. And Allie, as far as your depression, boom, obviously you kind of voiced why that may be happening right now. But one thing I would like you to do, I don't know where you live, but get outside. If it's not, if it's super cold where you are for some reason, wear a jacket and take yourself, if you are a water sign, if you are an earth sign, I know we struggle with depression the worst, you know, if you're taking things to astrology, but getting outside or changing up the energy in your space will like completely, you know, if you're deeply depressed, it may not completely change your entire outlook on your situation or your life, but I know like that's what I'm doing right now. That's why I have everything scattered. I'm like, okay, it's springtime, it's Easter. Um, it's time for a shift in my energy. So let me move some things around. Let me clear out and sage. I know everybody doesn't believe in saging, whatever. But let me smudge my crib. Let me just bring in new vibes and positive energy into my home. I know y'all are like, who is this Summer? Never met her before. And it's only going to get worse or better if you're someone who's meant to be in my life. It's going to get better. Um, I'm going to bring you guys a lot more channeled messages that I receive. One thing, this is totally random. A post-op video. Where are we at? What are we at? Are we at 7 months post-op? 6 months, 7 months? Yeah. I was going to do one. I did one at 6 months. I was going to do one at 1 year. But I can do a 9 month. Because I say that because I want to have like, you know, enough time in between each video to be able to tell a difference, of course, because I could do it every month, but I'm just like, yo, I've been looking pretty much the same. I lose weight, I gain muscle here and there, but overall I look pretty much the same from the last video. um uh Let me read this first. Okay, caffeine, remind me guys if I forget, because you know I'll be on it. If I forget, caffeine, that's what I want to talk about. I love seeing you glow. I'm still at a point where I'm too scared to let people watch me fall, feel, to really live. I'm working on that day by day. Sis, you're not the only one. It comes into, it often comes into play when I start thinking about social media. You guys can imagine, like, some people treat me like I'm just like, I have a billion followers. And what they don't know is when you have like 30,000 followers, or even the amount of followers that I have in social media, on social media in a whole, I'm still a normal person. I'm out sometimes and people see me who know me, but I don't get a feeling like put on my shades and, you know, I don't feel bougie, basically. And the reason that I'm saying that is because a lot of people could let something like that go to their head, but obviously y'all know I'm humbled anyway. But when it comes to social media and I start thinking about, well, I remember seeing blank do this. If I don't do it up to that par, then I might as well not do it at all. Or I have this great idea, but because I care about what these 3 girls that I went to middle school with for 4 months one time are watching me, I don't think I should do it because I can't let them see me fail. Failing and allowing the world to see you fail is so much motivation and so much like it's like a dessert for your plate once you get it. Okay, it's like, going to the little chicken soul food spot, right? And on top of getting your chicken and your yams and your mac and cheese, they're like, you know what, sis? Let me give you a biscuit and some sweet potato pie. So letting the world see you fail is like when you continue to, push forward towards your goals in doing so, it's like when you get it, you're like, remember? You remember that one time I failed? You was watching, you was laughing too, you and all your little friends. And now I'm way up here and you're filling out a job application for my business, you know? And it gets that deep. It really does. I'm not to that point yet. I don't know that that would ever happen to me specifically, but it's those type of things, and I'm allowing those experiences into my life finally. I still have my days where I'm like, yo, I can't do it. I can't do it. It has to be perfect. If I do this and it doesn't get engagement, it's gonna suck. I'm gonna feel bad. I wasted all this time. No, those experiences are helping you build you. Honestly, like I have ass engagement on Instagram for the most part. If it's not me posting a before and after picture, I don't get a bunch of likes. I don't get a bunch of comments all the time. And for a long time, I was like, oh my God, this sucks. Like, why do I keep posting pictures? Why do I get dressed up? Why do I take these pictures? Because I'm me. They make me happy in the moment. And in a whole, if you're someone who genuinely vibes with me, you're going to look at whatever I post. And you might not engage with everything, but I don't take social media too seriously in that regard anymore like I used to. Um, what do I do? Okay, what um how many followers she had, it wouldn't be interested. Facts. You know what's crazy? In the past year, or almost 2 years, I met a lot of people. I didn't I wasn't dating a bunch of people, but if I was like, at an event or at a club or some and or just ended up talking in like the, we could potentially talk phase. Once I like shared my social media with people and they saw like my numbers and saw my pictures, they're like, oh, you a model, oh, you famous. And it just changed the entire feel. It was like, damn, we was kind of vibing, but now you really on me because you see I got social media clout, which I really don't. But anyway, um, I feel what you're saying on that because I don't I don't even speak on social media or what I do. I don't speak on I'm a YouTuber. Like that's not the first thing that will come into conversation whenever I speak to someone. Um, because a lot of people look straight through that and they're like they don't really want to know the real you. Um, definitely. Um, just watching you chatting is one of the most interesting things in it. Oh, stop! Y'all know I'm emotional. I gotta say that. Um, I'm part Cancer, so you guys, I'm very emotional. If you're not into astrology, or you don't really understand it, um, my ascending sign is a Cancer. My sun sign, my normal sign that I was born in, is a Capricorn. So I celebrate my birthday twice. Once the day I was born in January, once my Cancer birthday on July 11th. Just so you know, and you're like, dang, I thought her birthday was in the winter, but it's in the summer. I was born in January, but my name's Summer. But anyway, um, your ascending sign, the way that I look at it, and it's defined as something different, but I see myself taking on more traits of a Cancer as I get older. Um, Cancer people are like huge on protecting their family and their home and their well-being, um, on a very like tribe level. And before, when I was younger, I was like, it's me and me and me, basically. Me, my car, me, my clothes, and I'm growing out of that materialism. And not saying just because I'm a Cancer that's happening, but I'm very protective of what's mine internally, like my family, my obviously my son, my home, my relationship. And I didn't used to be like that. And I'm also extremely emotional. So if you guys start to get to telling me all the right things, I'm probably gonna be up here bawling, getting water damage in the phone. But what is that? Jojo, no Joe. Okay, I don't know how. Joe no Jojo. Jojo, Jojo no Joe. Okay, Jojo no Joe. That comment made my day. Thank you. I'm trying to get back to some more of these comments. I love waking up every day to go to work 65 hours a week. Now it's hard taking care of my two babies. I was not born to be a stay-at-home mom. Honestly, I won't say none of us were. I can feel you on that, and I like the way that you said that, because I think a lot of people look at stay-at-home moms as like, oh, that's all she do. She just stay at home with the babes. And for a long time, like right after I had Cairo and I was at home, I was like, wow, well, this, I guess this is my job now. I guess this is my life now. And I felt so unfulfilled. Not because I don't love my son at all. He's like the most loved thing I have on this earth. But because I feel like we were all meant to be something more than parents. Um, our purpose was not solely to be a parent, I don't feel like. But then again, it could be in someone else, in someone's life, but not in mine. Um, I'm sending you love and light for anyone who's just getting onto this live now. I'm sending out love, sending my heart out to all of you and your families, because I'm extremely blessed in this very moment to not have to worry about losing a job or losing income. And at the same time, I'm also able to continue running my business or continue building my business. So, where a lot of people are, struggling, waiting for a stimulus check and all that type of shit right now. I won't say I'm chilling, because you can never chill. I'm saving money in a little bitty bitty house that I stay in, and I am building my dreams. So that kind of was long drawn too, but again, blessings to you guys. Um, give up their entire lives to make their children look miserable. Oh, whew. That's a deep topic. I feel like we need to talk about that on an entire live. But to get back to, let's see, I'm gonna look back at these comments after this video is posted, you guys, because a lot of the time I didn't post my lives, but I'm gonna start posting them. So if you have a question and I don't get to it here, I'm gonna go back and peep the comment. Excuse me. And see if I can reply to you guys after. So caffeine. I'm bringing this up because I've noticed it has affected me before. And probably a lot of you guys, my coffee drinkers, my tea drinkers out there, even certain foods that are addictive that have a lot of caffeine, sodas too, obviously. But in 2020, I'm hoping a lot of us have moved away from soda. Really hoping. But nonetheless, caffeine is a drug, okay? And it's a sneaky one, just like sugar, because they're legal. People who are not conscious do not think of these things as being drugs. Oh, the government lets us have them. It's not against the law, so it's not really a drug. No. These are things that are hurting our bodies on such a deep level. but we don't understand why, because we think it's okay to have it. We think because we see it on a commercial, or because it's going to help us be productive in our day, that it couldn't hurt us. But let me tell you, back in 2018, I found myself addicted to caffeine. And that looked like, in my life, I'm going to wake up in the morning, I'm going to take my pre-workout, right? I'm going to go to the gym, fasted, no food. I'm going to work out for 2 hours, do a little bit of cardio and a bunch of weights, fasted, right? Again, I keep saying fasted because it's not cool to lift weights when you have nothing that you're lifting the weights with, right? It's like I'm going off the strength of a runner trying to be a power lifter, someone who any other time is only running, but because they have this like this punch, this kick of a pre-workout, they can lift. So it was like I was extremely overworking my body, but because I was taking caffeine at such a high dose, I could do it. But after my workouts, I would crash. I would go home. I still would not be hungry, and a lot of the time I did not eat. And I'm thinking, oh, I'm keeping his weight off, sis. I'm energized. I'm good. But not without a cost. And imagine it like this. I think this is a great way to explain it, and I think a lot of people could take it in this way. Imagine we are given a certain amount of energy at the beginning of the week, right? Like say we were given $200 worth of energy at the beginning of the week. So when you take caffeine, it's like giving yourself an artificial energy. Like it's energy that you don't have, but something that's going to, it's like taking a pill. So let's say the first day you got your 200, you're like, oh, I'm gonna have coffee. That's $10, right? So you spend coffee. You get 3 coffees that day. You're like, okay. You go to sleep. You wake up. You're like, damn, I'm tired. I'm more tired than I was yesterday. So you're like, okay, today I'll get 5 coffees, right? Spending up your money. I don't know what we're at now. I'm not trying to think about the numbers, but you feel what I'm saying. You understand what I'm getting at. Think about taking pre-workout. Think about that being like $75 out of your money, right? So it's like when you're taking, by the middle of the week, it's like I've spent all of my energy money, right? I have none left. So at this point, I'm completely dependent on this caffeine to get me through my day, period, because I've already used up my energy for the week. So now when you wake up the next day, you have to have that caffeine or you'll go back to sleep, because your body has to repair itself, because you can't take putting your body through anything anymore. You understand? I had a better way that I felt like I wanted to explain this, but I think I'm kind of getting the idea across. I just want to bring awareness to this, because a lot of us who stay up, who don't have a sleep schedule right now, which is totally understandable for many of us, still trying to get used to basically a new way of life. We cope with, you know, the stress of it by maybe drinking caffeine. We got so many things we're working on, especially entrepreneurs. We want to constantly get that idea on paper. We want to work on our logo more. We want to work on business credit, and we just want to continue to work. So we're like, I'll stay up a little bit longer. I'll drink my green tea, which green tea can have just as much caffeine as coffee. So, whereas it is great because it's antioxidant properties, still got to watch out. A lot of things have caffeine, and it's easy to get addicted to. So, the reason I say that is because a lot of people who get addicted to caffeine end up having heart troubles, and they have no idea why. And then you talk to your doctor and they're like, how much coffee do you drink a day? And you're like, well, 2 pots. And you're like, what? Is that too much? What's wrong? So yeah. I don't know why I felt the need to speak on that, but um, I think in the past couple days, I've been taking in too much caffeine, and I've noticed it, so I put a halt to it. But I noticed that I'll take, this is kind of my pattern, um, personally. I will drink, there's a drink called Celsius. It's like marketed to be natural energy, right? I love it. I've always loved it because it gives me that punch that I need to get all my work done. It also has like not DHA. I don't remember the supplement in it that helps with brain cognition and functionality and all that, but it makes me super focused and I love it. And I get so much done. You would think I was on it right now. I don't know what's going on with me right now because I haven't had caffeine, but I think it's just the energy shift in the room. I feel happy today, but I drink one of those drinks when it gets to be like 5 or 6 p.m. and I'm like, ooh, getting a little tired. Time to wind. Nope, it's not time to wind down, Summer, because we got to read the cards tonight. We have to meditate and talk to the spirit guides, and we have to get work done for the business, and all of these things that, whoa, why didn't I do these in the daytime? Now I'm like, well, got a drink so I can stay up. And I'm thinking, that'll keep me up for a little bit as long as so I can get done what I need to. Sis, it'd be about 5:20 a.m. I'm still wide awake. I have to make myself go to sleep. So you can imagine I wake up the next day, it's like 9, 10 in the morning. Never later than that. That's good for me. I can go to sleep at 5 and wake up at 9 and be good. But then I look at it like, dang, I'm late for my day. I'm an early bird. I'm an early bird. So I get my most productive thinking, my most productive workouts, my work done by waking up early in the morning. So if I'm staying up until the morning, then it just completely throws me off. And then starts the cycle again. Now I'm tired. By the same time, I have to drink more caffeine to keep myself up for this stupid, wacky schedule. And you can only live off of 5 a.m. to 8 or 9 a.m. for so long before you start taking a toll on your body and your immune system. So I don't know if this helped anyone, if it kind of made you look at caffeine differently, but just like you should take care of your body by taking it to the gym, by working it out at home, or getting out into nature, taking a walk, you should do the same thing for your body in those other ways. So, watching what you're eating, watching how much caffeine you are taking in, that also has a lot to do with anxiety. So, if you guys notice that I'm such an anxious person, how many people do you hear in your life alone say, I started battling with anxiety, or I have anxiety, or I've had anxiety for blank amount of time? We all get anxiety. That's a normal part of life. But when you constantly have it, you gotta go in and look at what is it that I'm doing in my life that's causing me to feel that way? Or what is it that I'm taking? Am I doing drugs? Am I drinking too much? Am I um and I hope that's not the case for you guys, because at this point in this crazy world where I can live a sober life and still be sane, I know it's possible. Anyway, um I just, when I have the wisdom to give to you guys now, I don't want to be stingy with it anymore. For a long time, oh my God, I'm not trying to do it. Don't get emotional, son. But this is deep on my heart. For a long time, I didn't want to get up here on lives. I didn't want to talk about the things that were so heavy on my heart that I knew could change someone's life. What I just said could potentially change someone's life because of the way I said it. Somebody could have told a a whole classroom full of people exactly what I just did, but because of the way that I said it, somebody could take it in differently, you know? And I felt like the things that I had to say were not important because I didn't have that many people listening to me, or because I felt like I was talking for too long, or because I felt like I wouldn't listen to myself if I wasn't myself. But I don't care anymore. It's like, if I have these words to say at this point in my life where God has made me this busy and I still have time to say them, it's because they're meant to be said. It's got to be. So, yeah, that's basically what I wanted to touch on, you guys. I didn't want to run this up longer than an hour. I know in the past I've been bad about that, so I'm not going to hit over an hour with this live. In these last couple minutes, I will mention like two things quickly. And also, if you guys have any questions for me right now, it is the time. Okay, it's the time. Um, the one thing I wanted to mention is my podcast, the Grow Your Glow podcast. If you guys have never watched it, listened to my podcast, then I want you to get acquainted with it now. If you appreciated the talk that we had right now, my podcast can be found on Spotify, Apple Music, Anchor.com, which it would take you to like one of those sites or elsewhere. But it's totally free to listen to. It's available. And I want to say I only have like 3 or 4 episodes up there right now. I started it last year. Oh, it says 11/11. Oh, okay, 11/12. That's cool too. Um, but yeah, I only have like 3 episodes because I started my podcast at a wonky time in my life. So I didn't keep up with it like I wanted to. But with all of the things that I'm saying right now, I feel like it's like the best time for me to embrace a podcast because I have gems, okay? Just like what I'm saying right now, I have even more. And that it just comes when it comes. And when it comes, I feel the need to say it. So I'm gonna get well into like at least 20 episodes like before the summer's over, I want to say. um I'm gonna record one tonight. And then also I have one other thing I wanted to say. Did you guys ask me a question? Did somebody ask a question? You have to live your authentic life. Thank you. Thank you. Check out the podcast. It's Grow Your Glow. I saw the Jen's blend on Amazon. Had to order it, girl. Yes. Yes. I feel it. You go ahead, sis. Oh, CoQ10. I started taking CoQ10 as a sample pack like for a week. I was like, yo, I didn't know I was this intelligent. This is crazy that you can take a supplement to make you smarter. What? I might rule the world if I keep taking this stuff. I don't know if I want to get there. When you start knowing too much, that's when they pew pew. I'm not ready for it. I got some stuff to do on this earth. So, um, I'm sure I sound crazy to a bunch of people. I sound like a witch. Y'all, ooh. Ah, dang, every time I try to screenshot 11/11, somebody else comes in. It's cool. I ain't got no problem with that. But I want to thank you guys for anyone who's like, what? Summer? She'll never get up here. Just click to watch me and listen. That means a lot. You guys actually engaging with me like fires me up to want to continue doing this, to continue hopping up here on lives or making more videos, doing more podcasts. And that motivation is honestly 12/12. What? Wow. Wow. I'm just seeing all the numbers. You guys, I'm getting so excited because I've been getting more synchronicities in my life. I'm just bouncing around, I know. But I've been getting more synchronicities in the past 2 months than I have in my entire life. I'm seeing first thing when I wake up, 10:10, or not first thing, but the first one I'll see 10. I will see 222, 333, 444, and I'm not making this up, you guys. When I tell you this is a literal everyday thing on the clock every hour, Y'all, you would think I set my alarm clocks to it. And it's not even just on the clock anymore. Like I have 11 viewers in the chat right now. Oh, okay, we got 15. Let's go. But I had 11 and then I had 11 thumbs. So it's not only on the clock. And I thought, oh, maybe I'm just getting used to looking at the clock at the same time, but I'm seeing it on buses. I'm seeing it literally everywhere. I saw it on my microwave the other day and it was like 4:03. I was like, why does it say 11:11? What's going on? I guess the power went off at some point and it never reset. But it's things like that that make me feel like I am very, very much on on my path that I'm meant to be in my life. Um, and if you guys are starting to see the same type of synchronicities in life, you know, and that doesn't just have to be, you know, um, what's it called? When it's the same consecutive, it doesn't have to be the same consecutive number. It can be 252. It can be literally any number that you start noticing. I see this number all the time. Look it up. Look it up and start thinking like the meaning of seeing this number, this angel number, what does it have to do with me in my life? And then if you start looking into it and you're like, oh, you know, that could be true. Follow that. That's like the little voice that I was getting to. That intuitive voice in your head that's telling you, I wonder what this is. Maybe I should take a look. You know, the same voice that tells you, oh, you know what? I think I'm getting low on milk. I should probably go to the store. So you go to the store and meet the love of your life. You feel me? This is like the time that stuff like this could happen because you listen to your voice. And if you don't, bruh, I'm telling you, I already told you, but I'm telling you, oh, we got 12 again. Okay, you guys, I gotta stop. I gotta stop. Because we're gonna go over an hour, okay? I'm gonna get back to working on my business. I love you guys so much. Every single time, like, I get up here, it's like a recharge. So I'm thankful to all of you guys again. Thank you to anyone who has shopped on Threads with Red. If you want to check it out, I don't have that much stuff because everything has sold. Like every time I put something new up there, is bought like in the first hour. So I do have a few items from my closet that I'm going to be putting up today and tomorrow, and I will be shipping out on Tuesday morning. So if you want to check any of that out, that Instagram page is at threads, threads with a S, not a Z, threads with red, 2Ds underscore, just like my Instagram. Yes, I will follow you, sis. Go ahead. Hit me with the DM. I got you. I got you. And yeah, I keep sizes like sporadically. Sometimes they're my sizes, sometimes they're too big for me. Sometimes just know, just because it's coming from my closet doesn't mean that it's all my sizes. So I have different stuff all the time. I also have bathing suits that I had, like I got 100 of them in from a vendor. And I want to say I have like maybe 10 left, so y'all can hop on them. They're kind of smaller sizes at this point, but I sell everything super cheap, and or I won't say cheap, I sell them super affordably. Okay, so if you want to check those out, I appreciate you guys. Anything, okay, fuck Angel Brown. Okay, I'll remember that. I love you guys, and I'm gonna check in. I'm gonna check in on y'all tomorrow. I'm gonna try to make this a daily thing for a little bit, and we can see where that goes. You guys can check on my I can bring you guys channel messages, whatever I'm bringing in from the day, and yeah, it might not always be an hour, it might be 5 minutes, might be 2, but I'm gonna try to do this every day. You guys keep me on my shit. I love you. You be safe. All of you guys be at home. Be safe. Be with your families. I wish you love. I wish you light. I wish you flowers. I'm going to get off now because I'm getting a little too hippie. But I'll talk to you guys soon.